Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 23rd, 2025, and it's reported that Barcelona are still working on a plan to renew Lamine Yamal without sacrificing the club's financial health. Also, it's reported that Hansi Flick has greenlit the operation to sign Vanderson. And finally, Barcelona are planning to initiate talks with Rayo Vallecano for Andrei Ratiu. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin this video with the statements of Wojciech Szczesny, who has compared what it's like to play at Barcelona versus other clubs where he has played at. Of course, he did start his statement was saying that he respects all clubs, especially those that he has played at, and that he doesn't really like to compare them, but he has noticed something special at Barcelona that's like no other club, and this is what the Polish goalkeeper had to say. Juventus are all about results, whereas at Barca, there's a joy in football, and that feeling is contagious. It's no surprise that millions of fans around the world are captivated by this philosophy. So Wojciech Szczesny realizing that at Barcelona, there's something special, and that's that it's a lot more than just about the results. And I'm glad that Wojciech Szczesny said this because I've noticed something over my 2.5 years. Oh my God, no, it's almost 3 years doing this YouTube channel, is that there's still a lot of people out there who don't know what the Barca DNA is, including Barcelona fans themselves. You know, if you ask people what the Barca DNA is, a lot of them will say like, oh, tiki-taka, or maintaining ball possession, or short, fast passes, or building from the back with the goalkeeper. And none of that is Barca DNA. All those are tools to achieve the Barca DNA. So what is the Barca DNA? Well, the Barca DNA at its most basic principle or its most basic core is pretty simple. That it's not just about the results. It's how you obtain the results, which is by playing beautiful football. So many decades ago, Barcelona decided that it's not just about winning, it's also about winning while you put a beautiful display, and that's pretty much what the Barca DNA is. That's why Johan Cruyff stated, I would rather win 5-4 than win 1-0. And, you know, if you look at those statements, you might think, well, what's the difference? 5-4, 1-0 is still a 1-goal difference. Well, the difference is if you have a 5-4 match, that's a 9-goal match. That means that's one hell of a match. That's a very entertaining match. And that's what Cruyff meant by that statement, because for Barcelona, it's not just about winning. It's not just about getting the win however you can. It's about getting it while playing beautiful football. And Barcelona initiated this philosophy or implemented this philosophy because they realized one thing is that at our core as human beings, we always look for beauty in things. We always appreciate art. Or we appreciate the perfection of certain things in life. For example, that's why we go to buildings full of paintings called museums and art galleries, because we want to see that beauty in those paintings. That's why we go to Michelin star restaurants and fancy dining, because even though food serves one purpose, to keep us alive, we've also looked to master that and turn it into an art. And, you know, even water, which is basic for all living beings, we've looked to turn that into art, right? With fountains or with freezing water and making ice sculptures. You know, as humans, we always look for beauty in things. We always look to perfect things. Well, Barcelona always understood this, and they decided to implement that at the football level, where it's not just about winning, but it's also about winning beautifully. And that's what the Barca DNA is. And that's why, even though Barcelona have very fewer Champions League than Madrid, their wins are a lot more memorable, and not just for Barca fans, but for other people too. For example, 2009 final when Barcelona defeated Manchester United. One of the greatest coaches in history, Sir Alex Ferguson, in the press conference afterwards, he was in complete awe because he had just witnessed a masterpiece, an art on the field. And that's why Barcelona's wins are always a lot more memorable, because it's not just about winning, it's also about how you win. And that's what the Barca DNA is in essence. And it looks like Wojciech Szczesny understands that, as opposed to many, by the way, commentators who claim to be sports experts, and they don't seem to understand what the Barca DNA is. Because when Flick was first hired, they were like, oh, well, does he play Barca DNA? He's not playing tiki-taka. I was like, you obviously don't know what Barca DNA is, because Is Barcelona playing beautiful football under Flick? The answer is yes. So yes, that is Barca DNA. But anyways, let's move on to the next bit of news, because ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona are still working on a plan on how to renew Lamine Yamal without sacrificing the club's financial integrity. Now, Lamine Yamal signed a contract renewal in 2023, which expires in 2026, because of course, being underage, you can only sign 3-year contracts at the max. However, this summer he will turn 18, and Barcelona are planning to give him a contract until 2030. And even though this is a pretty, easy decision, Barcelona want the player wants to stay, so it's a pretty easy decision to just renew him. Of course, the difficult decision lies in how much to pay Lamine Yamal. See, Barcelona don't want a repeat of what happened with Lionel Messi, where Messi was renewing his contract every 2 years. And with every renewal, of course, there was a huge increase in salary, and eventually Messi's salary became unsustainable for the club. So Barcelona don't want to do that, and instead they want to implement kind of a progressive structure in Lamine Yamal's contract, where the better and the older he gets, the more he makes, but without, of course, sacrificing the club's financial future. So this is going to be the toughest part about these negotiations, where Barcelona want to secure, of course, Lamine Yamal for as long as possible, but without compromising the financial health of Barcelona. So Barcelona going to have to figure out how to do this, which of course is not going to be easy, but I'm sure the club will eventually figure it out. Anyways, on to the next bit of news, because ladies and gentlemen, it's reported that Hansi Flick has greenlit the operation to sign Vanderson. Now, the 23-year-old right back who currently plays in Monaco and who has a contract with Monaco until 2028 is the favorite option for Deco to reinforce the right back position. As you know, Deco wants to not only reinforce the left wing, but he also wants to reinforce both fullbacks. He wants to bring 2 players that can compete with Koundé and Balde. And Deco's favorite option is Vanderson. And in fact, it's been revealed that in 2022, Deco offered Vanderson to Barcelona back when Deco was Vanderson's agent. But at the time, Barcelona were not in good financial situation, so they were not able to make the signing. And it looks like Deco is now trying to bring Vanderson to the club. And in a discussion with Flick while they were making plans for the upcoming season, it's reported that Flick greenlit this operation, where Flick highlighted Vanderson's attacking flair, playmaking ability, pace, and defensive tenacity, which make the player, of course, a perfect fit for Barcelona. And Flick was also impressed with Vanderson's versatility, because even though he plays as a right back, in the Champions League, he was deployed as a left back who helped, kind of minimize the threat that Lamine Yamal was causing on that flank. So, of course, my question to you is, would you like to see Vanderson at the club? Let me know down below. Now, we will end today's video by talking about another option for the right back position, which is Andrei Ratiu. And it's reported that Barcelona are planning to initiate talks with Rayo Vallecano. Now, the 26-year-old right back has seen vast improvement as a player here in La Liga. His sound technical quality, coupled with his hardworking mentality, makes him a good fit for Barcelona. And more importantly, he is seen as a low-cost option, because after all, Rayo Vallecano signed him for only $500,000, which means that he cannot be worth more than 10 million euros. And while we're going to find out exactly how much Rayo Vallecano will want, because it's reported that Barcelona are planning to initiate talks in the upcoming weeks to see how much Rayo Vallecano would want for the Romanian defender. Now, you might ask, well, Mo, you just told us about Vanderson. Well, Vanderson would be the ideal signing, but if Barcelona cannot afford him, then Ratiu would be the low-cost option in case we cannot sign Vanderson. Of course, I want to ask you guys, who would you prefer, Ratiu, Vanderson? Let me know down below in the comment section. Anyways, that is all for this video. I uploaded 2 other videos before this one, so make sure to check them out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, cars.